Underway. Happy election day. So I'm sure all of us have voted. If you haven't, we certainly, on behalf of the vendors, thank you for putting 27 Ashburton Drive, Mitcham as number one on your preference vote here today. I can tell you that the lucky family will forget about the price that they've paid today, and it's the value that you'll enjoy for many years to come. I guess change of government, we've got an option to do that every 3 or so years, sometimes a bit earlier in Australia, the way things are going in the political climate and atmosphere, but it's been 35 years since this last property was offered for sale. It's been in the family that long, and that tells us as estate agents that it's certainly been very much loved, the kids growing up here. There was no need to move because what I believe this stands for, if it was a political candidate, Ashburton Drive stands for convenience, it stands for location, and it certainly stands for value, with quite a bit of money spent in recent months by the executors on updating, renovating the home. So all the hard work's been done for you folks. Today's really a proposition which we coin in the industry a turnkey proposition, which means if you're successful today, you move in, turn the key and enjoy living in the property. So I'm sure you all know that, which is why you've returned today. We want to wish those that have turned up in a bidding capacity the very best of luck, and certainly the friends and family that have come along to support. Thank you for your attendance as well. Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned earlier, Robert and I, Robert Forbes, many of you have been on the phone talking for the last 4 weeks. We thank you for your patience. I am assisted today by several of my colleagues. We proudly represent Philip Webb Real Estate. We do this for a living. It may have been a while since you last bid and bought at an auction. So don't be shy. We want what you want today, and that is to walk away with no regrets. If you need some help with bidding, put your hand up, pull them aside. We will help you beat the competition if you desire that. If you want to do it on your own accord, that is fine also. Today there will be the digital screen for those that are maybe a little bit challenged number-wise. The bids will go live on the screen in white, ladies and gentlemen, and then they'll turn green when the property's on the market after I've announced it's on the market, if and when we reach that point. So we try and be a little bit high-tech at Philip Webb for those that maybe English is a bit of a challenge or understanding where the bids are currently at. So folks, again, I don't propose to hold them up here today. We are Philip Webb Real Estate. If you've got any questions, please yell them out before we begin. But I'll read through the contract which is we're selling under here today. It is the same contract which has been expertly prepared by our vendor's conveyancer, the one that we've emailed out and very busy doing so for the last 4 weeks with Rob. It simply states today, ladies and gentlemen, we are the agents, Maroonda's leading agents, Philip Webb Real Estate. The property has been obviously on offer for the last 4 weeks. Today we sell to the lucky buyer the property, which is the land and all the improvements, better known to you and I as lot number 41. Volume 8883, folio 044. It is quite a bit of numbers, can get confusing at times. All it simply means is that what you buy here today is the property better known to you and I as the land and the house, including all fixtures and fittings, electric light fittings, window furnishings of a permanent nature, as 27 Ashburton Drive in Mitcham. What's it worth? That'll be determined by your bidding here today, ladies and gentlemen. We're calling for a 10% deposit unless prior arrangements have been made with our vendors, and very flexible terms offered by our vendors as far as when you can move in, or as it's known as settlement date, will be 60 days from today's date or 90 days. So you can have 2 to 3 months from today's date. There is obviously a possibility. I know that there are a couple of families that'd like to get in earlier. That is certainly available once we relocate our vendors through mutual agreement by your legal representatives. So we've made it as easy as possible for you to buy the property today. The settlement date will be the date upon which vacant possession shall be given, namely upon acceptance of title and payment of the whole of the purchase monies. And the date of the sale, ladies and gentlemen, is today's contract date, the 18th day, May 2019. The general conditions, I'll take them as being read. However, I'm required, as our governing body, the REIV, deems, to read the auction rules. They're simply the rules which we are to abide by before we call for your bids. I'm sure you've heard it before, so bear with me. The auction today will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that are made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The vendors have set a reserve price. The auctioneer today, that's me, will indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids. The law prohibits major disruptions by bidders, and the law prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding and provides fines for such conduct. The rules do permit vendor bids today. The words I'll use during the auction to indicate I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor is simply the term vendor bid, and by law only I, as the auctioneer, am able to make a vendor bid. A very important condition, folks, and that's if you've turned up today to buy the property. And that is if we reach the reserve and I declare the property on the market and it's knocked down and deemed sold, I am unable to accept any late bids, irrespective of the increment. The special conditions also contain a nominee clause. What that means is if you're here today without another party that can sign the contract, just let Robert and myself know when you come inside to place the words "and or nominee" next to your name. You can substitute that person's name into the contract or another entity right up until 14 days prior to settlement. You don't even need to know that name or entity today. We just place the words "and or nominee." So, as I mentioned, pretty straightforward. They're the particulars of sale out of the way and the general and special conditions. The Section 32, I'm just going to summarise it, folks, because it's very straightforward. We've got total outgoings here to the City of Whitehorse to be $1,567.20. They are your council rates. You are charged and metered on usage for water rates as you are in your own current homes. There's no surprises there. We are zone neighbourhood residential zone Schedule 1, which is one of the best zonings that you can get in Whitehorse. And obviously, ladies and gentlemen, all other certificates have been returned by government authorities or government instrumentalities saying that there's no interest or proposals in relation to this street or this property. That includes Vic roads. No freeways going through anytime soon. As I said earlier, you're buying lot number 41. Not only do you have a beautiful home that can accommodate a big family, but certainly what's holding you in good stead for years to come is that you are on a premium 695 square metre allotment, which by my measurements on title, for those in the old metric rule, 55 feet on my frontage by 134 feet down either side. As I said, pretty straightforward. Folks, that's the contract. As I said earlier in the outset, we thank you for turning up today to vote this property number 1. I don't blame you, because when you look at the convenience that it offers, I don't think it gets any better. Not only do you have a home that you don't have to worry about renovating, painting, it's already been done for you, but it's the things that we forget about that we need on a day-to-day basis that just becomes a bonus. And the location offers certainly those with growing families. Antonio Park Primary just around the corner. You've got Malorna Secondary College only a hop, skip and jump from this location. The 370 bus starts and comes through Edgerton Road at the top of the street, and will take you to either Mitcham or Heatherdale train stations should your heart desire. Eastern Freeway access is a hop, skip and jump out through Edgerton, out through Cook. You can get onto the Eastern Freeway access, head into the CBD. You'd be there by 25 minutes via express if you're going in the mornings. Or for those, as the summer months come upon us, you want to head down to the Mornington Peninsula, it's about 3 sets of traffic lights and about 42 minutes drive from this very spot. Yarranderra Reserve, for those that didn't wander down to the very end of the street, is there for you to enjoy, and the council gets to maintain it for you. So if the kids love a bit of a walk through the park, you've got a dog, you'd like to go for a bit of a jog, it's there for you. Straight home, shower, you're at work in no time. The home itself, you've seen it, you've loved it, you've inspected it. Access off street for many vehicles, 2 in the carport which have the garages, the doors at the front which close. 4 bedrooms to choose from, or 3 plus study. Kitchen's been updated, the ensuite, the laundry, the main bathroom, all renovated for you. All the modern conveniences you'd expect, split system heating and cooling. It ticks all the boxes. Folks, I can tell you that my father gave me some great advice many years ago when I started auctioneering. He said, son, the more you pay for it, the more it's worth. Keep that in mind today when you're buying and bidding. I can say to you that we commend the property to the lucky purchaser. Will be the envy of many that miss out today. But it's your actions, not words, which will determine if it's your name that goes on the ballot paper here and you take it away and pick up the keys from our office in 60 or 90 days' time. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I've probably said enough. My wife says I talk too much. I tell her it's an occupational hazard. Where can I see an opening bid and start? Here to start and help you, ladies and gentlemen. Start me where you will. We've been giving you a guide today. Comfortably, homes have been selling in that range for the last 6 months within a 2-kilometre radius. More recently, Robert sold number 26 Ashburton at the very end of the street, completely unrenovated, pretty much a 2-bedroom home for $760. As I said, price is fair, value is what you'll remember for many years to come as you're growing your family here in this lovely property. Start me where you will. Did I mention what a quiet location was? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you won't start, I think quite comfortable to start with a vendor bid, and I'll start the vendor bid at $800,000. That's $800,000. Vendor bid. Over to you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll go in $10,000 increments. Thanks, Jake. 800,000 on the screen. Vendor bid. I'll go in tens. Can't be fairer than that. Should be a Mexican wave of hands going up, considering what 2 doors sold for. 800 vendor bid. Can I see it in advance? If you don't vote or bid, ladies and gentlemen, you can't buy it. I'll give you that 100% guarantee today. 800,000 then, or finish silent done. Any grade sold. I know you're out there. Second hardest bid you'll have to make today, I promise, other than the last. At 800,000, or finish silent done then. Baseball. Thank you guys. 810. Thought you were there at 810 now. This family's in front at 810, looking for a 10 increase at 810, 810. 810,000. What are we doing across the road? Awfully quiet. That's a bargain. $810,000. Bid me up, guys. 810, we go at 810. Baseball. $810,000. Second call, 820. Welcome to the auction, sir. 2 bidders now, 820. 30, can I say? 820, it's against you now. You've got some competition. I'm sure that's no surprise at these levels. At 820 then, looking for an increase. 820, welcome. Don't go shy of me now. Looking for 30. Can I say 30? 820,000 here. 820 is the bid. 30 from anyone else. What are we doing this side? Spectators or buyers? 820 is the bid. Looking for an advance. 820, then we go once at 820. 30, welcome back at 830. They know value, they like the property, they want it. 830, 40, can I say? Yes or no? 40 says yes with the nod. 50, 40 against you now. 840,000, looks like it's a 2-horse race. That's okay. Only need one buyer to buy at an auction. 840,000, looking for a better bid and offer than 840, still great buying. Effectively 2 bedrooms up the road, sold for 760, unrenovated. 840 then, we go once, quickly. Twice! 840, 50 back in. 850. Sir, 860 if you like. 60 it is. 60 here now. 60 the bid.
Okay.
Anyone else? 860 here. I don't know what it's like to go home with an angry wife, so keep that in mind today. Could be a long drive home with the brochure, not the keys, at 860 the bid. Looking for a better bid and offer then. One more to go, quickly.
65?
Yes, here to help. Family at 865. I know what it's like dragging kids to open for inspections. Not a pleasant scenario. 865, but it might end here. 865, 70, sir, from you. Don't shake your head, that's bad for your neck. I know a good chiropractor down the road. I need north and south at auctions. 865, 70. You'll regret it. 865, looking for a better bid and offer from anyone else. Well, finish silent done. 65, we go once. 865. So I've been in real estate 30 years. I still can't value homes within $5,000. You must be much smarter than me. 865 then. Second call. Quickly, we go at 865. Third. Final call. At $865,000. Well, finish silent done.
2 if you want.
2?
1,000.
Absolutely. Welcome to the auction. Third bidder, 867. Took a while to come in. Might be their one and only bid. It was nearly yours. You want to round me off to 870? 867 here. New bidder. I've been doing auctions for 30 years, about 8,000, and I have a record in place, which is I've never sold a home to someone on one bid. That record might be broken today.
What do you take one, Sam?
Yes, 878. 68, sorry. 868, confirming. That's on the screen.
68.
868. We're going brick by brick. I don't care. Here to help. Welcome to the auction. 868.
870.
70. Back here, 870. 71. 71. We're on the market selling. No better bid. I'm not going inside. 871. It's going to green, which means we're going. Green's on the market. 871. Point of no return. You've been waiting now 4 weeks. That means 2 here. 2. 72. Maybe a knockout bid. 73. Federer versus Nadal. We can go ace by ace. You want to maybe put in the knockout bid. 73. We don't have another one like it. Neither do our competitors. 73 on the market.
875.
75. Great bid, sir. Haven't forgotten you folks. 875. 2,000s at the moment. I need 76. 76. We'll sell it to them. You decide. 875. Selling! No better bid. 76.
880.
Well, three just came at me. I heard this bid first. 76 here.
880.
880, of course. Floodgates. Thank you, Elkie. 880. And $880,000 new bidder. 880. Apologies back here now if you like. 880 is the bid. Ladies and gentlemen, can I just say, these houses were selling for $1 million last year. Keep going, it's great buying. 880,000. You've been waiting for a market correction. I don't know what you're waiting for because we've already had it. We're back to normal. 880. Better bid or offer. Never stop on a round number, my father taught me. 880,000, are you out? We're out on this side, guys. It looks like it's stalled. It could be the odd number that buys it. 880, selling!
801.
1.
81 it is.
801 now. 881, pardon me. 881. Selling. Nearly gave you a discount. 881. Elkie. I told you I've never sold someone to them with an opening bid. 882. Yes, here to help. 83. Nima, you might want to explain the knockout bid to them at this pointy end. At 883, I'd like to see them buy the home. At 883. 83, Elkie, against you. I'll take 1,000, but don't let me get in the way of a knockout bid that might sort things out.
886.
886. No pressure. Give it some thought. You've been with me from week 1. I'd love to see all that effort go to some reward. 886 on the market. Selling. No better bid. Are you sure you're out here? Thank you for bidding today. 886. Are we out here centre? 87 back in. Wants it. 887 on the market. Selling at 887. 888. 889. We're not going to stop there. It's not that lucky for him. 889. Back here, Elkie. 889. 889. 890. I can see the head rotting the right way. 890. 91. 91 straight back in. Wants it. Selling. 891. Both tall. Selling here. Quickly. 891. Selling twice. Third. Another 2. Nearly. 893. 94. Selling. 894. Once we go at 894. Twice. Are you going to wait for the last bid? 894 here. Yeah, 898. 898. 2 can play that game. 898. He loves his 8s. You didn't let him have it with the last one. 899's not that lucky for Chinese, maybe. Maybe lucky for you, sir. We don't mind. We're here to help everybody. 898,000. Great bid. At 898. 99. 899. Selling. Oh, he's shaking his head out now, saying no. Could it be the one that buys it? I hope so for you guys. At $899,000. Are they out? Yep, he's out. You're home, mate, in a couple of seconds. 899, I'm standing in his driveway. 899,000. Once. Selling. Twice. Selling. No late bids. $899,000. Third and final call. Well, neighbours, friends, relatives, someone that's expecting a second baby, give them a round of applause. Sold to you. Congratulations. Go to a lovely family. Thank you to our underbidders. We're Philip Webb. If you'd like the same result, we hope to hear from you soon. And if you've got a house to sell, we've got 8 families looking. Please let us know. Could be a phone call away. Thank you.